All right, we gonna talk about it, everything.
You always say that though.
Facts, and we talk about everything. All right, welcome back to the Mind of Nobodies. It's season 2, year 2, New Year's, all that stuff. We're talking about a little bit of everything, and we're gonna be starting over here with Miguel. But first, we're gonna introduce everybody, starting with Nelijah.
Daphne.
Oops.
Oh.
We're going over there to Diana.
Diana.
Fabi.
Miguel.
Dexter.
It was an inside joke. It was an inside joke.
Well, we'll get there, right?
Yeah, we'll
And
get
we are
there.
here. I feel like this year is going to be a great year, no matter the good, the bad, the ugly. And I feel this way because one of my good friends have started off feeling just amazing and different this year. And he's actually been talking a lot more about goals and stuff. And I've never heard him talk like this. So we're gonna throw it over to him real quick and
I'll just say New Year's
Take from
resolution.
there.
Like I said, I came across some information and realized that I was the one making myself miserable. I was, the hate, the shit that you actually hold on to, you really don't think it weighs you down, but it does. Oh my God, does it not weigh you down? Because the moment you realize, like, hey, I no longer have hatred or, malice or whatever the hell you want to call it, it's fucking great. You feel like, oh hell yeah, you wake up energized. You feel like, all right, what am I going to do? What's going to be productive for me? What's going to benefit me? I mean, it's selfish. It sounds selfish, but it's great because if I'm in a better position to help other people, guess what I'm going to do?
You gotta
Help
take
other
care of
people.
yourself
Yeah.
first.
facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Your
Wait,
cup
so-
has to be full before you can fill anyone else.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
no,
that.
even on a plane, they tell you to put on your mask before you put on your kid's mask.
Exactly.
So because you can't help anybody else if you're dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Right?
Yeah.
So
That's real.
self-improvement, I was thinking, you know what? Why can't I have the things I want? The only reason I can't is because I'm not fucking going for them. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say, consequences be damned. I'll deal with them when I deal with them and go for what I want.
Yeah. No, when I walked in here, I was like, "What's up with you, man?" Like, you had this energy to you, and you just were like light, Normally when we see you, you're kind of just like, whatever, man. You know what I mean? But you had like this energy to you where I was like, yo, something's different about you. You know what I mean?
Dude, I feel like
Yeah,
weightless. Like
like,
weight
bro,
has
you-
literally pulled
yeah,
off my
yeah.
back. Like, oh shit, I can walk straight.
No, it's,
I believe I can fly.
You know what? It's not even believing. It's realizing that you are really your own worst enemy. You are the reason you don't get the things that you want in life is because of you.
Yes.
Exactly.
So how do you get to that realization? What?
Dude, honestly, I realized I came across, a personal subject. I don't really want to mention it,
Well, you're
but
good.
I held hatred for this person for so long. I finally saw them, and I was to the point where I wish they were dead. Like I actually wished death on someone. I was fucking that angry, and for years, and then realized that like this is doing nothing for them. Like this is all on me. All that negativity is not affecting them. It's affecting me. So though I finally came across a post that had them in there, and I didn't feel any of that. I felt like, oh shit, good for them. I'm happy. I'm fucking happy. And that's what it took. That's really what. Then I started looking back at everything. Like, why wasn't I at this point? Like, you're your own fucking worst enemy. And so I'm like, all right, let's stop. Let's start taking more risks. First and foremost, people are afraid to take risks.
yeah.
facts.
Failure is
Facts.
not the worst thing in the fucking world. If you fell, you fell.
Yeah.
Learn a lesson, try again, you'll fail again. Learn a new lesson, try again, fail again.
Yeah.
But you need to have that. Fuck it. You know what they say? If you're gonna be dumb, you got to be tough. So this is me getting tough.
No, I like it. I used to have a friend who used to always tell me failures are guaranteed. Like, you're guaranteed to fail, but it's what you do from your failures that really make you who you are,
Exactly.
So,
And if you're gonna fail spectacularly. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Make it a spectacle. Then fucking learn your shit, gather your pieces, and get back up. But know that you are the one that has to do it. You got to do the work. No one else is gonna do it for you. Having these resentment for these people is not gonna get it done. It has to be by your own choice and your own will.
Damn. That's good stuff, my
feel it.
guy.
No, right? I like
yeah, I
that.
love that for you, my guy, man. You know
So
what I'm saying?
I definitely got a question because do you feel like sometimes it's the people that are around you also give you that type of energy to go further because you see them fail and keep going, or like because parents always failing and they never say nothing until you're an adult and you're like mom or dad or whatever, and you're just like they actually did this crap. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They actually
yeah.
did this. They did that. Do you think that's also
Like a
playing a
contributing
part?
factor.
Yeah.
I mean,
that-
I've always there, but I've been a selfish person in that aspect that I didn't really notice the struggle of other people.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, a lot of people are guilty of it. You know, our circles are so small that we can only focus on what is
Yeah, right in
there.
front of us.
Yeah, and sometimes like I didn't even know my parents would struggle until they let me know it,
Facts.
because they did a great job of keeping away from that. But no, it really was like I said. I am my own worst enemy, and I need to stop. I need to learn to be not that.
Yeah.
You know, at the very least, not that.
So
Best
what-
get along with myself.
So what is it that you tell yourself to remind yourself that this is
Bro,
who you
it
are
is
now?
easier to keep it going than to start again.
Mm.
That's what I tell myself.
Facts. That's how a lot of people feel about relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Everybody's not up with that.
That was
You
the
hear the
saddest
yeah.
yeah I've ever
You hear
heard.
the yeah.
Next
Sure.
up.
I didn't say yeah to that one. I'm sorry. No. But I think about pushing a big rock. Think about pushing a boulder that's spherical, like a big, heavy, round sphere. It gets hard to push it going, but once it's going, it's just maintaining
You're just moving.
It's maintaining it. If you stop, you're gonna have to get that force again. And I'm not saying you can't.
Like that.
And if you fall, like you obviously you're gonna do it again. You're gonna have to get up and do it again. But know that you can because you've already done it before.
Yes.
I like that. I like that.
Well, half of the battle is just showing up, right?
Yeah, that's well. If you ask modern day people, yeah, I think half the battle's being fucking aware of the problem.
Right.
You know, and most people aren't. They'll be like, they self wallow like I was doing. You know, I didn't even notice how bad it was until I, was able to release that. Just, like, Jesus fucking Christ, that was bad. But I did learn. I did fucking learn. And that's the important part. And I'm like, now move forward. Now make yourself happy. Make your moves. Do what you need to do, what you want to do. Because at some point, I'm going to not be able to walk. I'm not going to be able to do something that, we all see it in our grandparents. They get old and decrepit. I don't want to have that, I could have done that, but I didn't. I want to be like, I tried and I failed, but I fucking went for it.
Yeah.
Or, hey, I did it because I tried it. You see how it's only one of three possible outcomes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want it to be the one that it benefits me. I want my story to be, interesting if nothing less. If I when I die, I'm gonna be like my son. He's gonna tell his friends, my dad was fucking crazy, but he was cool as shit.
Well, you want to write your own story, right?
Exactly. I do want to write my own story, and I want my story to be full of happiness for myself.
That's one of the issues that we run into this day and age. We see little clips, we see these photos, how amazing their life is, and then we start comparing ourselves to that, and it's like, I want that. We get so close-minded, and we focus on the wrong things, that we don't focus on us and what we really want or who we really are, right? Like you,
Yeah, exactly.
you were
Well,
in that mindset of,
The thing is that this Miguel was always there. We lose ourselves along the way, and this is how I was talking to them earlier. Your inner child. You
Real
don't ever
quick, I
stop.
like how you did acknowledge that there is a new Miguel, but he's
Yeah.
like, this Miguel was already here.
Exactly. Well,
Miguel.
it's a different outlook, and when you change your outlook on it,
that's what
it is. It's
Yeah.
100% different. But
Really
he was always there. I was always here. Is what I meant to say. And it wasn't. So I was talking to these guys. I was realizing, like, yeah, just because you do get older, you have responsibilities, doesn't mean that you stop mattering to you. And somewhere along the way, we forget that.
Yes.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
stop caring about ourselves. We start thinking about like, everything is outwards. It's this way outwards. We don't do this way inwards.
Yeah.
And when you do that, it's actually quite fucking amazing. Believe it or not.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great way to start. It's all about where you are here.
Yes.
Right? Are you waking up ready to take over the world, or are you waking up?
Dude, I still wake up like every other day, but now my mentality is different as the fact that like, hey, I got things I need to get done.
There you go.
Like am I where I want to be? No. I'm going to Japan. That's what I'm going to try to plan. Hopefully by the end of this year.
Don't
so
say hopefully.
no, because if
Okay,
I don't do it this year,
I'm
check this out. Because if I don't do it this year, I know I'll definitely do it next year.
But just keep saying
Yeah,
that you
exactly.
are going.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, 50 Cent said it best. Get rich or die trying.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's right.
Hey, what they say, being rich is hard, being poor is hard. Pick your hard.
Yeah. Well, it's all, I love what you're saying, right? It's all about the motion.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
going.
moving that forward, you know.
I
And
love
so
that.
that mentality is you got to keep moving it. Because I could stop and get depressed again and like start doing that shit. But ultimately, once you see it, it's kind of hard to go back to it.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like you ever see one of those magic eye photos where you look at it and until someone points it out and you're like, oh crap, it all clicks together.
Yeah.
Similar thing, like you can't unsee it once you see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, of
there you
course.
go.
Yeah. Once you awaken that sense of awareness about yourself, and that you feel like, okay, this is the work I need to do within myself.
Exactly.
It's like I cannot ignore it anymore. I
Mhm.
need to keep doing it while I'm on my way to get back on my real path. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. I could acknowledge that. Like it really is like that.
That's
It's
cool.
but we need to learn as adults to be selfish with your inner child.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like not yourself, your inner child. Spoil the
Don't
kid in you.
forget about it.
Yeah. And that's-
Devaney's still young enough. She's like, I'm still a kid. she hasn't lost that yet. Hopefully not.
Look how bundled
I
up she
don't know. I think we all
Ready to
lose
put her
that
to
when
sleep.
we get adults because then we start worrying
Yeah.
about bills. We start worrying about
Right.
other things that the kid in us gets silenced and we
Yeah.
forget about them. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, and those things are true. Bills are true.
Yeah,
we
and I'm
gotta
not
do
saying
all
they're
those things,
not.
But that doesn't mean that we neglect ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
hmm
Agree with that.
I think we also feel like we got to live to a standard, to
Yes.
someone else's standard.
Yes.
And someone else's standard says you can't have fun in life if you're not where you want it to be. You know what I mean? So the time you wanted to be an astronaut, even though you're like, I'll never be an astronaut, you're trying to live a life where I got to live a better life and not enjoy the life I'm living right now.
Yeah.
Hell, you don't have to be an astronaut to go like bungee jumping and shit to do
Facts.
things that
Right.
or astronaut training. Like it's one of those things that you could get the experience without necessarily going the full ham. And people don't even do that much. Because
Right.
they can't get to the end goal, they don't even try.
It's because
They're
they feel like they have to be somewhere. They have to prove to someone that they made it to somewhere else. I'm telling you, like a lot of people think I have the best life.
Yeah.
Miguel, this is my roommate. He lives with me. You know what I mean?
I do.
Like when it's all said and done, I make a life that'll build around the life for my inner child, to my inner child's playground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Broke all the time. Nobody really realizes that. No one really
But
acknowledges
your
that.
bills, the lights have
Yeah.
never been cut off.
Never cut off.
Never fucking missed a house
Yeah.
payment. All right, so you get taken care of what you need to take care of. Just
Yep.
because you don't have money to go on a trip, but you take care of your inner child, or maybe that is your inner child.
Mhm.
It is not money ill spent.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
it's not like you're
prioritize
broke.
different, yeah.
It's because you trading it for different riches, is the time, the experiences,
Right.
and this is that was an adult mentality of having behind it,
Right.
Of hanging like, oh, I'm broke all the time. Nah, son, your inner child is freaking like, hell yeah, that was dope.
But it never seems like I'm broke, huh?
Yeah, no,
No, for real. Like a lot of people, they really don't think that. They think that I have this life of, oh, I got so much money and so much stuff coming through, right? But
Because you're rich.
Miguel will see me sit down. No, Miguel will see me sit down, and I will money manage until the following year and figure out, all right, what can I do with this? What can I do with that? How can I do a payment plan on this? How can I do a payment? Like people think that they have to be super ballers and show off and all this other stuff before they enjoy their life now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They think they got to be old and wrinkly, and I'm like, no, we can run around now. We're healthy now. We can do all these
yeah,
things
that's
now.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah, people are always like, oh, when I have this, when I look like that, when I, they don't.
And then
they
what-
don't see that we are lucky to be the way we are right now.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
We should be grateful for how we look right now.
yeah.
Bobby's done. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Bobby's done group trips with me. Like we all pitch in, right?
Yeah.
Like I hate going on group trips with people and they're like, "Are you gonna pay for me?" Nah, you're not even coming. We not even, yeah, I'm good.
You're not even in the conversation.
Like I hang out with beautiful people, and these beautiful people are not like, "Oh, I need somebody to take care of me," because that attitude is something I don't want around. I want the attitude where it's like, y'all, we all broke. How can we pitch in as a family? How can we
Yeah.
do things that right? Like
Yeah.
Bobby's literally went through like different types of vacations, right?
Yeah.
And we all pitch in as family. We have group chats of Ray family, you know what I mean? And we find tables to pitch into. We find clubs that's gonna get us on the guest list, you know what I mean? Like we We used to call
Coordinate.
it. We used to call it ghetto fabulous.
Ghetto
Fab.
Remember that? Do you remember ghetto fab? We used to be ghetto fab. We was ghetto, we was broke, but we was kids that got around and we did everything we needed to do. We was ghetto fabulous, and the mentality that we forgot growing up of we don't have it, but we're gonna get where we need to be, and we're gonna do the things that we want to do, and not let anything stop us is a mentality we forgot as we grew up.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Like it's somewhere along the line we forget to spoil ourselves because it is important to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to be good. Like I said, your cup has to be full before you can fill anyone else's.
Yeah.
You said that.
Me.
Yeah, and and it's 100% true. Like you know, how can I do anything if I'm not feeling at my best? So, whose cup is most important? Mine, motherfuckers.
Yeah, self-care. That's
Exactly.
self-care.
Exactly.
Well,
Can we talk
and,
a
you know,
little bit?
Elijah, you mentioned something that a lot of times is we have these expectations from other people. You know, books like the Four Agreements talks about that. A book that I'm reading right now, The Awaken, talks a lot about that and how we have our parents, society, schools, whatever they tell us, this is what you need to be successful or so you can live a happy life. And in some sense, there is some truth to that, but they shouldn't be focused on what's going to make us happy in the future. They should be focused on what's making us happy at that time, right? Like with my son, I focus a lot on that. Like, what are we doing right now? Like, I don't worry about what we're going to do tomorrow. If something comes up, we'll do something, but we'll enjoy what we're doing right now. And I mean, that's amazing, man. That you run into that and that you're feeling a lot better.
Oh, fuck yeah. No, like I said,
love
it's
it. I love it.
I am my own biggest enemy, but no longer. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
We teaming up. You bitches in trouble.
We taking over the world.
He said all these people in my head, and we're on the same team now.
Ladies, what about you? Like,
Any
that-
resolution?
Is that inspiring?
Do y'all ever feel like the way you were as a child changed as an adult?
It should.
Yeah, I feel like it
I mean,
has to. Yeah.
With priorities, but priorities will change, but your mentality don't have to change of adventure, you know?
No, that's true.
No, I see what you said.
Perspective. I was having this conversation with one of our other roommates, Brian. That not everyone thinks like we think. Do you guys have an inner monologue?
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
I do.
Oh, yeah,
I
you talk to
do.
yourself
Oh
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I talk out loud all the
Do you
time.
know what an inner monologue is? Do you entiend this? Do you have one? So when you're narrating your own story
What
in
you
your
tell
head,
yourself?
like when you're thinking, and also like when I say the word base, what do you guys all think? Do you see an image? Do you guys see
I see
the
an
word
image.
base? Do you? There's many
Literally
different
broke
thought
the book
processes
over
that
somebody's
people, everyone experiences different. And it wasn't until I started talking to more people about it. Like I knew a person who experiences things in negative space. So they didn't see the cup; they saw the negative space around the cup.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm like, I've never heard of that form of thinking in my life, but that was just was normal to them.
It's,
Right? And it's a mind fuck when you start realizing, and then like, so everyone's mind process of how we solve a problem, we could get to the same answer, but how we got there could be completely different.
uh-huh.
Do y'all feel like what do you feel like the main thing that may be holding y'all back right now? Do you feel like anything's holding you back from things you actually want to do in life?
Well, like he said, it's myself. You know, I limit myself to the things that I can and cannot do. And I'm trying not to do that anymore. Like, that's why I'm here, because I'm a very shy person. When I came, I just wanted to watch.
That's
First
I was the
day.
same, dude.
Yeah, and I think I was quiet pretty much the whole episode. Yeah, so I think I'm trying to be more social, more open, more friendly.
Me
Um,
too. That's my goal for this year. I'm really closed off. I'm very introverted.
Yeah,
If
that's
I could
bad,
give you
though.
guys one piece of advice, would just be to smile. Because I feel like a lot of women these days, they don't smile because they always have to uphold like a strong image. And being strong, usually you're not smiling, right? You're like it's like a defensive look you guys have always on your face. And I'm not saying that you guys particularly have it.
What do you mean by that?
I'm saying women in general. Like if you guys
I don't
wanted
smile.
to,
I ugly smile.
if you guys wanted to, because like, are you gonna walk up to somebody who's smiling, or would you walk up to somebody who's
Smiling.
yeah, smiling, right? So my uncle David, he was deaf, right? So he had a hard time making friends, and he came home crying to my grandpa one day, like, you know, nobody, like, I don't have any friends. People make fun of me. And my grandpa told him, like, for the next 2 weeks, every single time you see somebody in the hallway, I just want you to wave and say hello.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. 2 weeks, waved and said hello. It changed his whole life.
Yeah.
Like he ended up going to like keggers and all like that kind of stuff, and like being able to kind of have somewhat you know, decent childhood at that point, because
normal.
yeah, because
Yeah.
people saw like, oh, he's more than just, you know what I mean, like, hi, you know, yeah, I might talk a little weird because I can't hear, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
but
you know,
like, yeah, I'm
this
still a
motherfucker's
person
pretty
in
cool,
here. Yeah, he's still pretty cool in here.
Yeah, no,
So
that's-
yeah, that's one thing that I would say. Smiling is just always just.
I think pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, because look, he had to do that. He smiled because he didn't want to really like doing it.
Yeah.
But he did, and his life got better. And this is what I'm saying: make yourself uncomfortable, because you grow out of uncomfortability. Be okay to fail. You think that guy's handsome? Go ask him out. You think that woman is beautiful? Go ask her out.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that freaking be okay with failing. You're not always gonna get what you want, and that's okay. You know, you're gonna live. Grow from that experience.
Yep.
And so yeah, I love it.
And not only that, what you want always changes. So what you want right now,
Yeah.
you may want to work to get to a goal, but when you get there, you're like, this isn't even what I want. It's like just the
No, but
little
you have
piece
it.
of what I want. Yeah,
But you-
exactly.
but you
Yeah,
have it,
you know
and
what I'm
that's the
saying?
cool
Like,
thing. Like, if
I
you
want
just-
so much
it's
more than
easier
this.
to start
you know?
from
So-
there than to not
Exactly,
have
yeah.
anything. You know, so that is you did it. You wanted it. You went for it. It made you change. You want something else. You go for it again. You know, and we never stop growing as human beings.
Yeah.
Like, you know, mentally, if we stop, it's because we allow ourselves to. We get complacent. We plateau.
Yep.
And yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Was that part of,
Comfortability is the biggest killer out there, man. People get comfortable in.
Yeah.
Like I've even got like comfortable in like a job and then got fired. You know what I mean? Because I was just I was being reckless out there. You know. So like,
That's true.
but
Listen to motivational videos too, because they will speak a lot of truth. There's actually a motivational speech that says, "Don't allow the fear of failure. Don't allow the fear of failure and the excessiveness and the attractiveness of playing it safe in life to draw you in. You can't get out of life alive. You have to die to leave here."
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I love that one.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
I want to add to that everything you want is on the other side of fear.
Yeah.
That's also a
Look
speech.
at fucking name. Look at that. Both of those are very true quotes.
And it's
So
true.
be okay to be scared. Fucking send it anyway.
yeah.
Like you're
Miguel,
already a
was
winner
that part
too.
of a New Year's resolution, or you would just
Dude, it
going
just
with
clicked.
it?
Believe it or not, it didn't even happen. I have no New Year's resolution. I was going in here moping as like last year, but it wasn't until I saw the images that I did that made me fucking click in my head. Like, hey, get your shit together, bro. Like, this is your own fault now. Like, and I was like, you know what? I couldn't even be mad. I was like, you're right. So here I am,
You
getting
know,
my
I
shit
think-
together.
I think slowly that has happened to me, like from my experiences,
Mhm.
because I had someone that I hated a lot. Like
Yeah,
you said, that
exactly.
I wished they were dead.
Right? We have that
Yeah.
anger.
No.
But now, now I.
You seem so nice.
You see that smile?
Yeah.
Damn.
You don't know what I've been through.
That's that
okay?
kill 'em with kindness
But
smile
that
for
hatred,
reals.
that hatred poisons us.
Yes. So after years, like I realized, you know what? It wasn't so much this person's fault. It was my fault too for everything that happened. Not everything, but like, you know.
We
But
take
you have to take some
responsibility.
accountability.
Hey,
Here it is
yeah,
now.
for real. Hold on, wait a minute. A woman is taking accountability. Everybody pay attention. Everybody pay attention.
Stop. She said what?
For reals, yes. So now I don't hate this person, you know, and it's nice.
Oh, so she says.
What?
Well, I mean, even if she did, like, it doesn't hurt anyone but her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I realized. Like, I could hate whoever the fuck I want. You think they care? What was
Facts,
that?
they still living.
What was it? That WAP song that said that anyone beefing from 10 years is beefing by themselves. I felt like that. I was like, I'm beefing by myself. What the fuck?
Definitely. Yes, but I think it's more than just not like, yeah, like you said, it's the feeling of hating someone. It's not nice.
Uh-huh.
I don't have resentment towards people either. Like when someone does something wrong, like I just like let it go. It's so easy for me to let it go now.
Yeah.
And I think it's also a learning my mistakes too.
Yeah.
It's not so much like see what I've done
Yeah.
in that situation and learn from it and not blame this person for everything that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accountability
Only
and
like
self.
90%, you know.
Yeah. I like that.
Only 10% my fault.
Really,
There's still a major majorly at fault.
That 10% outweighs that 90.
No, it's hard to be. It's hard to hold. It's hard to hold someone else's like accountability when you hold your own. You know what I mean? Like when you finally be like, you know what did I do wrong? When you look inner, it's easier to forgive yourself than to forgive somebody else, because the more they live their life, the better they're doing with their life, the more hatred and anger and the things you're going to be holding yourself back, because you're waiting for them to fail when you haven't looked in and said, you know what, I did do this. Now it's time for me to learn from my mistakes and do better.
See, that's
and
funny
grow.
because I kind of disagree with that. For me, it was completely different, and this is one of those things that, like, different mentalities. It was way harder to forgive myself than anyone else. You know, and this was, like, hating this person was my fault, and I blamed myself for it. And this is what the shit was, is so it's not as easy as you think it is to forgive yourself. That's your mentality, that's fucking great.
Facts.
But when you're able to, oh my God, it's not fucking great. You know, it's easier for me to forgive other people because it's outwards. I could focus on it and say whatever. Inwards, I got to realize. Outwards, I don't.
Do you feel like you forgave yourself, or are you still trying?
No, I think I've forgiven myself. I have, and now I'm like, all right, now time to get moving.
All right. So when you finally forgave yourself, now you're starting to move, right?
Yeah.
So even though you felt like it was your fault, you wanted to place that blame on that other person, and as much as you talked to me about it,
Yeah.
it was like you wanted to place that blame on the other person, but it was hard to forgive yourself.
Facts.
But you finally took accountability for your own faults.
Yeah.
And then that's what I was saying in the beginning. Like, once you say, you know what, it is me, I have to take that time to forgive myself. Once you forgive yourself, F the other person. I almost said the wrong word. But yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The other person don't matter. Now it's your time to grow. Now
Exactly.
you know what you did right and wrong and whatever, and now it's your time to grow. Don't worry about anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You're the only person in this world that really matters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
once you find out that you know what, all these other people don't matter, they did this to me, they did that to me, now it's my time to grow.
Yeah.
You don't pay attention to what they're doing in life.
No, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't. But sometimes, like I said, it was an antidote. It was an antidote for what I had, because I realized that anger is gone, and it's so nice to not be angry. You know, it is. Oh my God, hatred is just as bad as freaking like depression.
Yeah.
Like y'all don't realize it, but like once you're able to like, breathe, it's like loosening up. Like no more tension.
Takes a lifetime too.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know.
I mean, fucking
like,
Buddhists study this shit for years, you know, to try not to feel like the emotions as hard as they do. So yeah, to mastery of it, that's kudos, right?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Every time I find myself wishing something bad on someone, or like, you know, when you see an ex and you're like, I hope they don't last, like with
Yeah, like hope your relationship
Wishing something
fails.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
walking in the street
and
when
I'm
the car's
no,
coming.
Don't do that, you know. I'm just
Facts.
like, stop doing that. I hope they're doing good. I hope it goes well for them. You know, whatever they want to do, or
Yeah.
whatever the future is. You know,
Well, there's nothing wrong with getting a little upset. What's wrong is living in it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if
Holding
in a
on to it.
moment You felt like, oh, you know, that son of a bitch and his ex, or whether she's like, you know, like, you go, right? Like, but then, like, what you don't want to do is just, you know, ruminate on it and just be there all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like,
The
you're
other
like,
side
okay,
is kind of
whatever.
ugly too, because so like I had an ex where me and her were kind of like on and off for a long time, and I even like told her, like, we had a conversation. I was like we're either gonna make this work, right, or I'm just done with you, like. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna go out, you're gonna get pregnant by some random dude, or some dude, you're gonna try to come back to me. You know what I'm saying? He gonna leave your ass, and literally all that happened to her. Literally all that happened to her, and I felt like shit. No, like, but for real, no, but for real, it's like the feeling on the other side was like shit. Because when I saw her, she wasn't the person that I knew, and that killed me. That I projected that onto her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I even apologized, like, because she remembered us having that conversation. And, like, I was like, I am so sorry, like, I even put that into the universe for you. Like, it was horrible, because she was always, like, a ray of sunshine to me, you know what I mean? When I seen her, I didn't see that, you know what I mean? And it just,
Damn.
I could just see it in her. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so the other side's even uglier, man.
It's
so
shitty to be
that's why it's
accurate.
better just to be...
Well, I mean, sometimes you need to get your words out, especially with us hot-blooded Latins. I don't know, but we fucking passionate as shit. I don't know. I don't know if you guys know many Latinos, but we like to always have the last fucking word.
I don't know any.
So, and a lot of the times is that last word is we hold on to it. Like, at least I did. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely fucking did. Like, I said some shit in anger and some shit that I'm like, now look back, I'm like, fuck, it didn't even matter. It didn't even have to be like that.
Y'all feel like that
It
too?
wasn't that deep.
Y'all feel like y'all be doing that too? Y'all
What
be
was
saying-
I used to.
Like, have the last word. Have the last, you have to say
Hurtful
the last
stuff, too.
fucking, yeah. And then it has to be a sting. Like the last,
It has to be poisonous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, their deepest darkest secret they told you that you wasn't gonna tell nobody.
See, no, and
It don't work
the-
hard.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, no, I'm sure a lot of people do it, but I've seen it most in Latinos because I'm one and I'm fucking guilty of the shit. So, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, bro. Yeah.
Hey, Miguel done told me some stuff, and I was like, dang,
Yeah.
dang.
When I hate,
was
I
hurt.
hate.
I was hurt for the person.
Yeah, when I hate, I
Yeah.
really
He
hate.
was
So
like,
it's
Yeah. I can see you too because you're very good with your words. Like you can tell that you're in like
articulate.
articulate, yeah, in ways like beyond the average person, right? So like when you talk, you're like you could probably insult somebody without them even knowing it, just the way you.
I do
spit it
enjoy
out, you
doing
know what
that,
I
and
mean?
I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna stop doing that because it is great. But I get that from my family. I mean, it's just it's a fun backhanded compliment when you literally insult someone and they're just kind of like, what? Like,
Hey, Miguel will be so slick with his insults. He's like, dang, that hurt bad.
but I am getting better at that, not doing it out of hate. So now it's more out of love.
Damn, well, that was really good, man. I don't know how you top that. You can top it by talking about Diana's purse.
Oh, no, we're just jumping around, but we definitely got to get on Diana's purse. You know, show us your purse of the week. Does it say spicy hot?
It does say.
Dang, make me a little hungry too.
All right, that's pretty
Crunchy,
dope.
I'm telling you.
Do you make them?
No.
Do you? Okay,
She
so you
make
just
it
buy
work.
them?
Nah.
She's just a purse connoisseur.
Eccentric. I love
Does
it.
anybody else got some unique hobbies like this? Collecting bags of goodies?
All right.
Cause she had a license plate last time.
Oh yeah. Do you have a lot of different theme bags?
Yes.
All right, one every week.
Yeah.
A new one every week. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That is awesome.
You wasn't here last week?
I wasn't here last week.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, we told her she has to bring one every week.
Okay, hell yeah, that's
She
fucking
said she has
badass.
like 20.
Dude, we need to
plus.
get like fucking photos and post them on the website as well. Like with just the bag every time.
We shall do that.
Special section.
Facts.
And she better share that.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to step up your game out here if y'all want to compete, all right?
Man, I want to hear about some goals this year, starting with the ladies. Do y'all have any goals, resolutions, anything? I want to hear like vacations, things that y'all ain't did before, or things that y'all have been doing, and y'all just feel like y'all done set in y'all ways now. Look, Bobby's like, I got you.
I'm trying to learn how to cook.
Oh, hey,
That's a good one.
respect,
Hell
yeah.
I like that.
That's
I like
a
that
good
lot.
one. Hell,
It is a
fucking
good
yeah.
I
one.
like that.
I need to learn
Because-
as well.
It's crazy that women really don't know how to cook these days.
And
Not
men
say,
too.
well, yeah, even men. I'll say the younger generation. I'll say the younger generation doesn't know how to cook really. Like when we were little kids, like my mom was like, "It's in there. Y'all better go make something," you know. So like from a little kid, I was like cooking
Yeah.
chicken, steaks, you know what I mean, like anything we had in the fridge, because my parents were, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
like, you want food, you make it.
yeah,
I didn't
if we
cook.
had it.
No.
But
You can't cook.
You can cook.
You still
I'm
can't cook.
learning to cook.
Okay.
I
Yeah, so
am.
the-
Yes, I am.
Y'all
learning.
need to forgive yourself.
I
and move
was a
forward and
spoiled
learn how to
child,
cook.
okay?
My problem with cooking is not like the actual cooking part because I know how to cook a few things and when I do cook, it's not that bad.
Mhm.
But I'm picky.
Uh,
So if I'm like looking for a recipe and it has something I don't like, I'm not gonna make it.
you know what's
Oh,
funny? You
no.
could adjust the recipe. You could not put the ingredient that you don't like.
I could, but
She's like, I'm not going
but
to.
sometimes it like ruins the whole fucking thing,
That-
and I'm like,
But
That's
if you
all
like the
part of
recipe,
cooking.
that
Yeah,
means that you
exactly.
also like the ingredients.
Exactly. You could substitute it with something you do like.
Substitute it with something.
That's
or,
literally all a
you know.
part of cooking.
All you need
Yeah, it's an
is
experimentation.
garlic,
It's science
salt.
class.
Yeah, just experiment.
Salt and pepper ain't cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Nice. No, like we have a whole cabinet full of different types of seasonings just because.
Yeah.
And they're always asking, what seasonings do I use? And I think the dude that asked me what seasons do I use can cook way better than me. He be killing it.
Who was
Chucky.
Oh, he gets down.
Chucky can get
He
down.
gets down,
I
but
be smelling his food. I be
his
like,
Maybe he's
hey,
asking
but
you
he
in
has
like a way
different
like.
flavor than yours. You know what I'm saying? Like your food could be like, oh man, this is good. It's a unique flavor, and it's kind of like different chefs, same restaurant. The food could taste completely different.
yeah.
You know, you could order the same thing in the same restaurant, but if it's a different chef and how they're feeling that day, yeah, your food could taste great or the fuck is this? You know?
Devaney, what's your favorite thing to cook?
So far.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to cook?
Yeah, well, like what's that one thing you're
What's
like?
the
If
new
you
thing
want a
you've
good meal for yourself, what are you cooking?
Roll tacos.
Roll
Roll
tacos.
taco.
Okay.
Okay, like the
Tacos dorados.
the
Tacos
taquitos.
dorados. Nice.
Yeah.
What stuffing or no stuffing?
I like the buffalo chicken and cheese ones.
See, I always used to make the potato ones when I was younger.
Oh
but
yeah, the
like,
potatoes with the meat type of thing.
I
Just
never put the
potatoes?
meat. It was just
No?
potatoes, just fried taquitos with potatoes.
I hated the ones with potatoes.
What?
Me too. I don't
Really?
at all.
You carnívoros. No, I was happy being a vegetarian as a kid.
No, I get that. It's just, it will either it had to have cheese and meat.
Cheese is a
it
must.
cannot be just potato. I just couldn't do
You
it.
added the
Yeah,
cheese
me neither.
outside, and so you added the other toppings.
I could not
and
eat
they were
it just with potatoes.
I'm gonna have to make them for you one day. You're gonna be like, this is delicious. You're gonna eat them just with
I
potatoes.
changed my mind.
Right.
I can change too.
All right, exactly. Hell yeah, we all should.
24
New year, new
resolutions.
one.
Yeah.
So what are some of yours?
Huh?
Because I know you wanted to say some goals or ideas or what's going on in 2024 for you.
2024. I feel like I just want to focus on my fitness goals. I need to go back, to what I was doing before. I feel like 2023 for me was like, for a lot of people, honestly, it was like a super difficult year, like very challenging ideologically and also like economically and whatnot. So I feel like right now where I'm like on a better like a state of just everything, I just want to go back to my center and exercise. It's my center. So I feel like I'm just going to be focusing on that.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to finish school.
Okay.
How long you got?
It's supposed to be 6 months, but I've been at it a year because I've been lacking.
Where
are you studying for?
What are you going to school for? Yeah.
Personal trainer.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. I
Fitness,
also,
Fitness with Devaney coming
Fitness,
soon.
yeah, exactly.
Are you doing the ESSA or the NA?
NASM, yeah.
Oh yeah, I got enrolled in that one too.
Yeah.
That was my like. I need to get into something
Mhm.
that it's like really related to that, so I can commit myself.
Yeah.
So I saw that personal training program, and I was like, yeah, this is it. So
It's
I,
worth
yeah,
it. It's easy.
yeah.
YouTube for me.
I'll do your routines.
So when I was one of the things that I heard at the beginning of this year to help with New Year's resolution, which is something that you do also with your own goals, is write down what your resolution is, but write down why you're writing down that resolution, right? Like, because it's more impactful when you know the why behind it.
Give it a minute.
Yeah, so like you said, right, it's your center.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it helps you, be aligned, be focused, take over the world. So
Yeah.
like those are, you have your resolution and you write down those why.
Those reasons why,
Yes.
you know, how it makes you feel. I feel like it's really important how you want to feel through those goals or whatever experiences that you want to have through the year to actually visualize them and manifest them into your life, you know? It's like, it's the whole like vision, well, how it is, intention, vision, and action. It's like how you create the whole thing. So I feel like the feeling of how you wanna feel, you know, like how are you gonna be feeling when you're going through those things? For example, if you go to a trip, how are you gonna be feeling? Are you gonna feeling happy? Are you gonna feel like fulfilled?
Anxious.
You're
gonna be
all those
feeling
things, you know? You're gonna be feeling everything. So you just gotta like project yourself, like even like from the days before the trip, you know, how you feel like that anxiety and like the good anxiety,
Excitement,
you know,
yeah.
excitement. So I feel like all those things, I don't know, they help.
I like
No,
that.
that's great.
cool.
I think that Miguel talked a lot about this right now, and motivation only takes you so far, which is why it's important to know your why. And which is why it's important so you can keep pushing every single day. I went to a seminar and they were talking about that, how just 1% change. Just one every day. If you do 1% change, 1% change, 1% change.
Small changes, you know. Like you always
I
have
heard why like
two
50
different
times.
decisions on each thing.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry. Yeah, too many conversations.
Wait,
But yeah. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah.
No. I was gonna just like compliment that it's true. You know, like every single day you have two different decisions in each step you take through the day. It's like, or you either do the thing or you just like avoid it and just do something else. You know, and that's gonna be taking you away from what your intention or what your like first vision was. So,
Well, also, if you think about it, when you're doing the thing that you probably shouldn't be doing, it gets to a point where you hit rock bottom.
yup.
But it didn't happen overnight. It was the little things that you kept doing every single day that led you there. And so that's why you always want to, take it at least one step at a time.
Yeah, it's one step at a time, and just be easy on yourself. You know.
Forgive yourself.
Exactly.
Forgive yourself. Yeah.
Facts. And taking accountability.
What about you,
Because
Melissa?
when it's building up, you're not taking accountability.
That's
You
true.
know that some things
it's
is
really
going
true. It's putting it off. It's
Yeah.
not being like, this isn't getting done because of me.
right.
And that's the whole
Right.
thing. So that is accountability.
accountability.
So it's not enough to forgive yourself. You need the accountability.
Right.
Take action.
Yeah,
What about
exactly.
you,
That makes
Nalasha?
you take
What
action.
are your
Oh.
resolutions?
Mine is always the same. It's discipline. Yeah, my New Year's resolution is always discipline. I find something that I have to start working towards where it's discipline, and no matter what month, what week I'm in, I start off with discipline and I try to end with discipline. I don't care how people judge me or how people see me, but at the end of the year, I try to make sure that I might hear about somebody else's goals and how they had to change up their lifestyle of doing something, and then I stop doing it. Like, my friends hate when I stop drinking, and I just
Are
tell them
you
I'm gonna stop
drinking
drinking. I haven't, but I'm also eating vegetables right now, and it's killing me.
Also, there's only it's only been 8 days to the year.
Yeah,
Still,
yeah,
one day at
But
a
hey,
time.
right.
Easier to keep moving, bro. Easier to keep moving
No,
than to
no,
start
no.
again.
And the thing
Hey,
is,
days
when it
over.
comes to discipline, I'm even if I said, all right, tonight I'm gonna drink, then tomorrow I'm just gonna start over and be like, all right, let me stop. Even if tonight I eat some meat or something like that, then tomorrow I'm gonna start over. And I don't be like, I'm gonna do it for the whole year. I do it for increments.
Right,
And
like you
try to
could do
go,
it and
yeah.
then
Of course.
eat meat for a little bit, and then
And if I mess up, then I mess
So
up.
if you
I'm
stop
not doing it for
drinking
nobody else.
and then you drink after 2 weeks, then you're
Yeah.
gonna extend it to 1 month. And
Yeah.
then maybe like 3 months without drinking. And maybe there's gonna be times where you are gonna be having like, I don't know, like 2 weeks without drinking, and you will drink again, and that's totally fine too, you know.
Yeah,
It's like it's not blaming yourself, because I feel like when you trying to be like really hard on yourself and you're like, oh, I'm failing because I say this, I say that I was gonna do this, that I and you ended up not doing it. You're just like punishing yourself,
right.
and you're just like commending yourself to failure, because you feel that it's just like the failure. So you're like, oh no, since I already failed to myself, I'm just gonna like fuck everything. I'm just
right,
gonna,
like if
Yeah,
I
no,
fail,
no,
I'm really
up to my
gonna
hot
fail.
habits,
Yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, if
It's
you're
not
gonna
like
fail
that.
spectacularly, do it like, big old splay when you land, but get up and move on.
And
Right.
we're good,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Most people that are trying to prove something to someone else, if they feel like they failed and the other person finds out they failed, then that's when they go hard on the failure.
On the failure, yes,
And they're like,
exactly. They
oh
were on
man,
the-
I
on the
can do what I
rabbit hole,
want.
you know?
I don't care. Yeah.
Yes.
But when you're just doing it for yourself, like, I don't care.
I don't
If I eat tomorrow some meat or whatever, then so be it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it happens to me
Drink.
too. Like, for example, stop drinking. Like, I stopped drinking for months,
Mhm.
and my friends are always like trying to. At the beginning, they're like pushing me, like, "Oh my God, you're so boring when you're not drinking." Nah, nah, nah. And I'm like, I don't give a shit, you know. And then I wanna drink, and I drink, and they're like, "Oh, you said you weren't gonna drink," and I'm like,
Wow.
"Oh, fuck, dude."
So-
I'm like, I wanted to drink.
I'll
and
say
like,
that
what's the
Be like,
freaking
I'm an
problem?
adult. I can change my
I'm like,
mind.
exactly. I have like own decision, you know. It's not.
what's weird though is friends kind of are manipulating like that. Like friends really don't got your best interest in heart all the time.
To an extent.
To an extent, right? Like they want you to let loose and have
I
fun.
mean, don't get me
but
wrong. I love pushing Elijah out to do mischief, but I don't expect them to get like shot or ran over or arrested.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
do want us to get in some a little bit of trouble. You know, just a little bit.
A little bit. You're funner when you're.
Well, I'll
But
say
yeah.
this: I seen Elijah very disciplined in those situations where he's not partaking, which is great. But it is also really important to have a supportive group, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you know, to your point, right? One day you're like, oh, well, you're boring because you're not drinking, and then your drink is like, oh, I thought you weren't drinking. It's a little saint, like.
Misery
Like,
loves
be
company, though.
consistent.
It does.
Misery loves company.
It does. And that's not always a
If
bad
they're miserable,
thing.
they want you to be miserable too. You know,
Yeah,
I realize that
that's
too.
True.
You know, unfortunately, because no one wants to go through the feelings alone. But this is when you got to put up your shields and be like, you know what, this is me.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. You
exactly.
guys can hang out. You know, you're good.
yeah, I hit this right
Breaking
here.
the set over here.
All right. No, but yeah. So for
No,
me, that's
yeah.
all I was saying.
But that was like, for example, at the beginning. Then they understand how I am. You know that there's some things where I just I'm like taking some like clean time from like
A tea
drinking
break, a
whatever.
tolerance break or
And I'm
something.
like, okay, fine. And they know that I go introvert, for example, and I don't want to do or go or see anyone. And they can accept that too now. But before, and also like, I feel like before, for me on my, like, getting to know myself, like, discovery trip, I was always like people pleasing at the beginning, and mostly because you're trying to like make like deep bonds with people, and that takes you to be available for those things, and you ended up like leaving yourself, like on second plate, your needs in another place, and then you start like giving yourself out to everyone, and they expect you to be like that all the time, and when you start like taking like the action to be like, hey, I want to focus on myself, I want to like feel better, I want to do this, I want to do that. At the beginning, the people who's not meant to be in your life, they're not going to understand it, and they're going to judge,
And
they're
they
going to
disappear
judge you. But the ones that are your friends, they're going to stay, and that's why I keep my circle of friends like
Small.
very close, very small, because those are the people, like the people I hang out with, I know they're my unconditional, and I am their unconditional, like we're always for each other, so we understand their processes.
All right, that's
So
good.
we're a support system. At the end, we could build it, but it takes time, and
It does take time.
yeah,
Effort.
effort's a big one. And love,
A lot
Yeah.
of time.
and love, yeah.
Yeah.
A lifetime. I'm telling you, we're never gonna be perfect.
Nope.
We're never gonna
No.
be perfect.
I mean, speak for yourself. I'm perfect.
Yeah,
Oh
my
my
bad.
God.
I'm never gonna be
Ego.
perfect.
You need
I'm
you
just
need an
talking
ego
shit.
there,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
You just gotta be perfect to
Alright.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's all that really matters.
My group is perfect.
I'm
My
speaking
group,
now.
my support group is
Or
perfect.
perfect,
That's
perfect to
fine,
me
right?
isn't perfect to you, So
Yeah.
Facts.
That's part of growing, right? Like recognizing, maybe some of your strengths and some of your weaknesses, areas that you want to work on, and recognizing who's around you that is actually gonna add value to
Add,
it, or
yes.
make
Add
you
you up,
elevate.
yeah.
Exactly. And that is a value.
Level up.
That is totally a value.
Papa, can you hear me?
But yeah, misery does love company, so you will see your friends also turn a little bit on you.
Because birds of a feather flock together, and if you leave the flock, then they feel like there's one less bird to.
But why
Be a
not come?
wingman.
But why not come
Like,
with?
that's what I'm talking
I said, why not just come with then?
Facts.
That's all
You're
I'm
gonna
saying.
migrate together to the south.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts. And sometimes you can't even hang out with the same flock. Like the ugly duckling was hanging out with ducks, and then it found out it was a beautiful swan.
And said,
Left
"Fuck you,
it.
ugly duck."
Just kidding.
That's
Teaser. But yeah, how about now?
Yeah. He did get bullied by the other ducks though in the story.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's,
There was reason.
Yeah.
No. That's
All right,
hilarious.
so I see a lot of fitness goals for this new year. There you go. What about your Dex?
Yeah, just a little bit of fitness goals and then saving money. That's my goal this year.
Yeah.
Like I make not good money, but I make decent money, and I never have it because I buy before I get it, and so I'm really cracking down on that, getting debt paid off, and then Yeah, traveling definitely. I'm going out of the country this year for reals. So I'm
Going to Japan.
first time. I never been out the country anywhere. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome. Where are you
yeah.
going?
I don't even know yet.
Going with
I'm
me.
going though.
Going with me.
But
Yeah, if I'm going, I'm definitely going with Elijah. Y'all see his Snapchat. It
I
be
will see
popping.
myself traveling out of the country with Elijah.
Facts.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be
I want to.
affordable. Y'all ain't gonna have much to worry about. Y'all gonna be,
Let's go
y'all
back
gonna
to
come back and
Thailand.
be like, man, I thought I spent more than I did. I was like, no. I made sure we went to a low income country where our dollar goes a long way. And because we pitched in as friends and family and stuff like that, I'm telling you, I literally just came back from Canada by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Add me to the list.
I got you.
Hey, we all about to be podcasting from Thailand or something.
That would be fun, man.
Hey, I'll be.
That would be fucking cool. Yeah, we should definitely plan a trip out of the country and do an episode out of the country.
That'd be
fucking-
dope.
You gonna go to? You gonna? Oh wait, what?
We coming to you from where?
Plan everything out. I'm telling you.
That was ready.
When we get there,
She
y'all gonna be
better.
like, we ate good. I thought I spent more than I did.
And we gonna
but-
write it off on the business. Hopefully we end up making money by
Right.
then.
Everything,
Yeah,
everything
by
I
then
got
we probably
y'all.
making money. We can just call it a business trip.
Hopefully.
I'm
You
telling
can
you,
write it off on your taxes.
y'all gonna get back surprised and be like, man, I thought I spent a lot more, but y'all didn't really. Y'all gonna have more money than y'all think. I'm always surprised at myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. On savings, I opened a high yield savings account.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm about it.
Yeah.
Making
Well,
adult
start when you're
moves,
young
son.
too,
Yeah.
man. Because that's like, I'm like 33, so
Yeah,
I-
you're talking like we're old.
yeah. I'm not
We're
old.
not old.
I'm not old, right? But I'm far behind where I should be because I didn't start at that age. I was being reckless at that age. You know,
You know what? Though? We all grow at our own pace.
Yeah.
I had a
Yeah,
friend who
yeah,
bought a house at 40, and I'm like, you know what? At 50, it doesn't matter when you get to it, as long as you get to it where you want to
Yeah.
When you're ready, you're
Yeah.
ready.
be. Exactly.
Yeah, everything is on.
But yeah,
perfect
start
timing.
young though. Start young.
Yeah, I would always say, start the younger, and that is what I just said, an adulting move. That's something we don't think about, long-term investments.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, and now you do. You're like all about it, right?
I was like, bro, I'm trying to be financially lit.
Yeah.
Talk to this dude if you want to get into crypto, man. He's the crypto.
I do a lot of
The,
everything.
the crypto
I just be
connoisseur
bullshitting.
out here.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of debt first.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, the thing about
I don't want too much.
Well, the thing about stock is if you put a little bit in at a time and you just forget about it and just be like, you know what, here's $10, here's $10. In 20 years, you're gonna put $10 in several different places, and some are gonna grow high, some money you're gonna lose, but it's like $10. And if you do it once a month, then that's what, $120 a month.
A year.
I mean, a year, sorry, $120 a year, and then 10 years, that's times 10, so that's whatever, and then next
Whatever
thing
the
you know-
math is.
Yeah, whatever that math is, because I'm not that.
He said, I ain't doing that.
But in like 10 years, when you look back at it and you're checking your accounts, your money's, you're not even gonna know how much you actually put in, because some is gonna grow past what you thought it was gonna grow, and you're gonna lose some, but
Willing to
overall,
learn.
yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. He got me like $1,000 off of crypto one time, but I took that shit out and spent it.
I've lost money on crypto, but maybe it's because I don't have you whispering in my ear.
Well, like he says, like even when it
It is always
loses,
a
he just
gamble.
leaves it. He doesn't take his money out or nothing like that. He just leaves it. And then one day it's gonna do good again.
I've gotten one and it fucking went down like 80% and it stayed there like that 20% just laughing at me. I'll be worth something someday. And I'm like, no, you won't.
No.
I'll hold on to you. Exactly.
I have
Hey,
like
it's,
five
it's your year to let go, my God.
I have like 5 different stock accounts. Some
So I'm not
probably
even
are
mad at
empty
it.
right
I'm
now.
like,
Probably empty right now. Some of them,
Yeah.
but the one I look at, Robinhood, I look at once in a while, and I look at what's really like going up, and then I take a lot of money out, and then put it in that stock that has just a little bit of
just
a
growth
stock
or-
holding, yeah, a little bit of growth in it, and then as it's shooting up, that little bit of growth can take like $100 and turn it into like $500 within like 3 weeks because it's growing fast, but I just put in like 5 cents every single time.
I don't know. I feel like it's so volatile that I mean maybe
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what
for
I'm looking
sure.
at, That's my opinion, but this is also things that I'm not. I was never schooled in it. I'm sure school did try to teach it, and we were just kind of like, fuck this place.
Yeah. That's
Who
what
needs money?
Exactly. I mean, they're probably like, all right.
We freezing on this side.
Yeah, we are. I'm cold as hell.
Yeah, it's
Like,
because that heater is not on.
Yeah, it was.
What's the time right now?
Why you think I've been so quiet over here? I'm just trying not to.
What time is it? 5 minutes? Yeah, because I've been freezing for a little while. The heat is gone.
So
You can see our breath hella
before we
bad.
wrap up, it is season 2.
Yep.
It's the first episode.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
episode
got our
1.
Facebook page up.
Yep.
We got our Instagram page up.
Yep.
We got our YouTube page up.
Yep.
Yep.
TikTok, you said?
Nope.
No, okay.
Yeah, we do got a TikTok,
We got
but
it.
it doesn't have our videos on it. It has my old
So this
videos.
is places where you guys can follow us. Make sure that you like us, share, talk to us.
Like, share,
We got a few
subscribe.
comments today, yeah.
Yeah.
So then we're into the conversation tonight, which is great.
What
'cause
was,
we
what
got
did
more
some of the
stuff
comments
coming.
say though?
So when Miguel was talking, because Miguel was going hard in the paint.
Yeah. What's up?
So I'm gonna give a shout out to Courtney Helen. They say enjoy life now in the moment. Tomorrow is never promised.
Facts.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just going hard there. So that was nice. And so yeah, this is where you guys can find us: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
And TikTok. We're gonna open them all up. 2024 is what you make it, really. It's what you make it.
Fuck
If
yeah.
it's gonna be bad and negative, it's
We're gonna
be
bring
bad
Cat
and
Williams
negative.
pretty soon.
Alright.
No.
Y'all can educate yourself on Cat Williams, and we can maybe have
All
a
right,
discussion
let's
next
all
week.
do that. Because I want to talk about it now because I don't know. He's in the news again.
Yeah, watch the
It's a YouTube
podcast
thing.
with
It's like
Shannon
3 hours
Sharp.
long.
All
It
right.
is, so maybe watch clips or something.
I mean, I love the micro pimp, so I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Yeah.
So-
All right.
All right.
Well, you're here with the Mind of Nobodies, and you're talking with your host, Elijah.
Devney.
Diana.
Fabi.
Dexter.
Miguel.
All right, and we got Juan on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
The videos and anything that's all that stuff. And we out.
We got the sound
Cold
effects
out
for
here.
you.
It's cold as fuck.
I bet you.
Yeah.